Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sheikh Aman Nazmi bin Sheikh Muhammad Nasir. My matric number is 071643. So my previous school is SMKA Tengku Ampuan Hajah Afzan Pahang, which located at Jerantut, Pahang. So actually I live among family members who have backgrounds of a legal profession, which my father is an advocate and solicitor. My uncle is a registrar at the Court of Appeal, and my aunt works as a Shari'i Deputy Public Prosecutor. So that's make me feel motivated to enter law school. So after graduate on diploma in law, I've planned to further my study at the LLB and also joins my father's legal firm while waiting to be called to continue studying at a degree level. After complete my LLB, I've planned to work as a legal assistant or practitioner in a company or law firm. In this semester, I've also learned leadership skills which I can apply it in the future, and also it's helped me to strengthen my ability to become a debater. So that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Burhan Haziq Adam bin Abdullah, and my matrix number is 070770. Okay, so my previous school is Sekolah Menengah Agama Sultan Zainal Abidin Ladang, located in Kuala Terengganu. My motivation to enter the law school is when I see my senior, they always shared to me about the law school that they entered, and I felt very excited and interesting. The next is my planning after diploma is to continue my study further in degree level. Career that I interested for is want to be a lawyer. Okay, next is skills. Gain a lot of things that I had learned, such as I learned about how to do the task in a group that contains my coursemates from variety of backgrounds.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Amira Syahira binti Khalid, and I went to SMK Agama Datuk Haji Abbas before this for my secondary school, and now I'm here studied for my diploma in law in UNIZA. Motivation to enter law school is passion. Law has become my passion since I was a kid, but in secondary school, I studied science stream subjects, and that's the most heartbreaking part I've ever had, because I still remember how I struggled in the middle of the night learning things I dislike, and I never want that situation to happen again. So now, I'm doing very fine studying law here. But of course, other people still give their opinions that I shouldn't be in legal field, and even my own father agree with them. But I found a way, and I fight so hard to get into law school. Then, dream come true. After finishing my diploma, I plan to go straight to continue my law degree without any stop. In achieving things I love, I need to go so quick and fast. Talking about careers, I love investigation, criminal, challenging, and debate too. So I want to be a prosecutor. As in for skills, after almost 1 year as a student, most of the subjects require us recording video assignment, and I learned how to be an excellent actress. Law is my dream, so I'm gonna chase it. I will purchase my dream to be a prosecutor. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Firjani binti Muhammad Jalani, and I went to SMK Agama Datuk Haji Abbas, Kuala Terengganu. When I was in middle school, I didn't know that I was interested in law until my secondary school. My parents are my biggest supporters so far, especially my father. Seeing him working very hard really motivates me to do better in my studies to make my parents proud. So my plan after finish my diploma was straight to continue my studies and do degree. It was the original plan, and I hope it was the only plan I had. The first career I had in mind was to be a conveyancing lawyer, as I have been looking up to my father since I was in secondary school. My second option for career was to be a family lawyer. Divorce cases has been rising up rapidly for the past years, and most of the cases I found relating to children custody has been very disappointing. So I hope that one day I could help these people get what they actually deserve, even if I had to challenge the existing law. So for skills that I gain, each semester I gain many skills and methods to survive in my studies. This semester, I get to know how to make my assignments properly without relying too much on resources, and I managed to write my assignments without relying on the tools to help me with my words, thanks to a lot of readings that I did this semester.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Izzati binti Mohtar. SMK Abi was my secondary school, which is located in Kangar Place. After finishing my studies in secondary school, I pursued my studies at University Sultan Zainal Abidin in Terengganu. Now, I am diploma in law student. Why did I choose law? Well, honestly, maybe because I am someone who like justice, and I'm also someone who like to judge. And another factor is that I like the style of a lawyer. They look disciplined and smart. After completing my studies, I plan to continue my studies to the degree level. I am interested in becoming a lawyer, like criminal lawyer, but I'm more interested in conveyancing lawyers. This semester, I became more confident to speak in front of the camera due to many assignments that require students to do so. I gained the skills to make statistics from the collected data, and I also gained the skills to be a leader because many assignments were given in groups. That's all from me. Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum.
Pineapple? What pineapple? I think I purchased Apple product.
Hello?
Yes.
I
What?
just received a parcel that I purchased, which is MacBook at your website from JST today. But what I got is a different one.
What? No, that cannot be a mistake.
I want a refund. I want my money back.
It's not my mistake. It's on yours. It's your fault. You're
But I purchased it from your store,
I'm so
and you
sorry.
must take responsibility.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello, miss? Hello?
Hello? Yes, what about it?
Remember the MacBook I purchased last week? I received the parcel today, but I got a different one.
It is so bad considering how much it costs.
I know I should purchase it at the store instead.
Did you try contact the seller?
Yes, I did. But she says she's not the one who's responsible for it, and she just hanged me out.
Well, that's rude of her.
Now I cannot think about anything. You know what I can do for now?
Let's see. Well, I know a legal advisor that helped me with my accident last time. So maybe you probably could ask an advice from him?
Really? Thank you so much, my friend.
You're welcome.
Hi, Mr. Amar. Thank you so much for having me today.
Hi too, and you're welcome. So, what seems to be the issue here?
Well, I recently purchased a device through online website, and the thing is that I received a different product. I already contacted the seller asking for a refund, but she refused to do so and rudely ended the call.
So here, there is one way to solve this, and that is by filing at the Tribunal for Consumer Claims.
So what's the process for it?
Oh, you just need to file a claim at the tribunal's counter, and the filing will only cost RM 5 ringgit.
And do I need to be represented by any advocate? And when will I get the award?
Oh no, you don't. That's because you will be represent yourselves. The award will most likely awarded within 60 days of the first hearing.
Thank you so much,
Okay,
Mr. Amar.
you're welcome.
Okay, so nowadays a lot of people just shopping in online platform such as Shopee, Lazada and more. However, sometimes not all of the items that ordered arrive like what we want in online shopping platform. All of us want the best and the same as what we saw on online shop. So today, my group will do a study on different product received in online shopping. Let's go through.
Nowadays, with the intervention of modern gadgets and also the internet, people tend to do online shopping instead of going to shopping malls or department stores to buy their goods without realizing that they actually have been bound by an online contract. An online contract, also known as an electronic contract, is a legally binding agreement that is formed electronically. The type of contract can be formed through a variety of platforms such as via email, online forms, or even through social media. In order for an online contract to be enforceable, it must meet certain legal requirements such as the parties must have the capacity to enter into the contract, and they must have reached a mutual agreement on the terms of the contract. So after this, my colleague will discuss further about the topic relating to our assignment, which is the customer receive wrong item when purchasing via online platform.
The first element is an offer. All contracts must have an offer that is accepted in order for them to be enforceable under the law. According to Section 2, Clause A of the Contracts Act of 1950, an offer is when one person signifies to another his willingness to do or abstain from doing anything, with a view to obtaining the assent of that other to the act, or abstinence. The next is acceptance. The acceptance of the offer is the next step in the formation of a valid contract. Section 2, Clause D of the CA 1950 defines acceptance as when any person to whom a proposal is offered express his approval of it. Any kinds of acceptance is acceptable, including verbal, written, and implied approval based on actions. The other element is intention to create legal relationship. The intention of the parties to be legally bonded must be shown. The existence of intent is typically assumed in the context of online contracts, and the assumption that legal relationships are intended a rebuttable presumption. The next element is consideration. A contract is not formed simply by having the presence of an offer and acceptance and intention to create a legal relationship. There is a need for consideration. Actual performance such as the delivery of goods or services or the written promise are all acceptable form of consideration. A contract without consideration is invalid and void. Okay, so for the next elements is capacity. Anybody has capable to enter into contracts. However, due to their age or diminished capacity for understanding their actions, kids, mentally ill people need legal protection. Generally speaking, they lack the capacity to enter into a contract. any arrangement that is created with the free assent of persons who are able to enter into contract is a contract. Anyone who is a major of sound mind who is not barred from contracting by any existing legislation is competent according to Section 11 of the Contracts Act of 1950.
By the end of 2021, 40.43 million Malaysia had made internet purchases of items, an increase of 1.3 million from the previous year, as various e-commerce platforms have been launched. The issue of different products received by customers often happen in the community. According to the statistics from the Minister of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs, in 2020, the number of complaints related to this issue was 1,678. In the following years, the number of complaints increased to 2,269, and in 2022, the number of complaints decreased to only 688. This issue arose because of the difficulty of buyers to check and identify an item they want to buy. They can't even touch the product, so buyers who buy a product online can only hope to receive the product as stated in the advertisement.
So we're moving to the next point. Misrepresentation is a factor that prevents a party from communicating its consent to contract while making that decision. Misrepresentation often occurs when one party makes a false statement to convince the other party so that the other party would sign the agreement. If one party signs an agreement with another, and it is later determined that the other party's right to free consent was ignored, the agreement will be voidable. A breach of contract also happens when one of the parties to an agreement is unable or unwillingly to carry out the obligations that they first agreed to the contract. The same issue occurred when e-consumers utilizing e-commerce platforms like Shopee, Lazada, Amazon and others. This is because online shoppers only can read the reviews from others who have previously purchased the product. But due to the seller that's not responsible fulfill the terms of the deal like providing false information regards to their products, which induce e-consumers to enter into contract. Breach of contract does happen when consumers buy the goods as a result from misrepresentation.
There is many types of solution in the case of receiving different products, which depends on the buyers itself. If the amount spent on the product is less, most will ignore it, but if it's worth much more, it is better to get a refund. Most will use the return or refund policy, which is very easy. The buyers will just need to report the issue and follow the instructions given by the seller. But if buyers happen to encounter rude or stubborn seller, this type of situation will make it hard. One of the solutions possible for this situation is to file a complaint at the Tribunal for Consumer Claims. The filing only requires 5 Malaysian ringgit and the claimant does not need to be represented by any advocates as they can represent themselves. The award will most likely be awarded within 60 days after the first hearing is held.
So, e-consumers could run into circumstances where the seller doesn't deliver the goods to them, won't, does so slowly, or does so with the wrong goods, both in terms of quality and quantity. Actually, all of the essential e-commerce legislation that are currently in place might be viewed as important pillars of the legal framework required to advance e-commerce in Malaysia.
However, given the complex environment and issues, particularly with this kind of transaction, the protection of e-consumers, the encouragement of complaints, and the enforceability of the laws are all in doubt.
So, thank you from us.